as you can see, we've now got the two mini book of tricks done as similar as we can. They're not exactly identical, but these can be found very cheaply in a pound store, and you can get a pack of 5, and they're lovely for just setting up the mini book of tricks. What I'm going to do now is take this one away, and I'm going to show very quickly, I hope, how to make the box that I talked about. All you need are 2 A4 sheets of card of your choice, coloured card, white card, any kind of card, and you put the mini book of tricks right to the very edge and right to the highest point, and at that you will then measure 6 centimetres along to about there. I've actually got a mark before that. And it's got to be the highest point, because I made a mistake once of not doing it from the highest point and my box didn't fit. And then you go from there down to that one there. So that should match up that line. I don't do an awful lot of measuring. 6 centimetres is what in English?
Oh, help. 2.54 is 1 inch.
Well, wait a minute then. 6 centimetres is for Mary.
Mary NSC?
Mary,
Would
yes.
do anything for Mary NSC. Look at that. Even a close-up, Mary, of how many centimetres it is and how many inches. Almost
about
2.5.
2.5. I'm looking over there, but there's no camera. That's
I noticed you were doing that. I thought that was a bit strange.
2.5 inches.
She's still here, folks. She's still here.
So, that's now going to go over there. I'm going to ask my trusty camera woman if she can please give me a trimmer, because I tend to believe in measuring only once. So you're going to take, I'm going to take that line because I'd actually had pre-measured it on the gold one, which must be slightly different. You're going to be there, and you're going to be on that line there. You're then going to take, because I'm not going to do all the measuring over again, your second piece of card, and sometimes you have a piece like this one, must have come out of Alice's drawer because it wasn't mine, but it's got a bit bent.
It's a bend.
Oh.
Oh.
But that doesn't matter, because if you've got a piece of card that you can't use for cardstock, you make a box with it.
I think you must have bent it after I gave it to you.
So you just make that, no, right. So you just make a wee marker there, and a wee marker there. You take that one off, because that's been your first measurement. And you will notice at this point it's really just, now at this point, bear in mind, you have got 2 pieces of card the same. But we don't have 2 pieces of card. And we don't have 2 pieces of card the same.
You mean they're not right?
No, I will make them right. I will not be defeated by a piece of card. It just needs to be lined up with that one. So, as long as they're the same to start with. You don't want 2 pieces the same, so what you do so you don't get muddled is one gets marked T for top. And just to doubly check T for top, I'll do this in inches. It's 9 inches and a bit, or 23 centimetres. Half of 23 centimetres is 11.5. Oh, I'm not getting good with my centimetres. And my friend here has got me what I need. Also for the top, you need to have a finger grip. And this also lets you know this is the top of the card. So you just pop that in there, like so. These are because you've got your marker in the middle, which is going to come off anyway.
Ooh, that shot me. Ooh, that's fun.
That reminds me of one that, no, we'll not go there. Now, I'm going to put that there for the minute. Mark top has the 2 circles in it. Now, A smidgen is about that. Now this trimmer's slightly different. This is a photo trimmer, and a photo trimmer leaves you a little photo lip. So you're talking about that as being your smidgen. One side, one top only. Alright?
Yeah, I'm trying to film with
Smidgens!
with a viewfinder. So long since I've used the camera. I don't know how to do it.
Right. That's the base.
2 smidgens.
So to be safe, we will also mark that
2
base.
smidgens. Did you mark that base?
I did.
Right.
As long as you've got one of them marked, you're alright. Now, this one here is using box line number 2. You can do it in box boards. There are box boards around, but this is box line 2 on the easy scoreboard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same on this one. Exactly the same. That, I think you'll find, is 1 inch in. 1. Turn it. 2, 3, 4. And then take scissors. Now people do corners in various ways. I was a nursery nurse and I had to make all my corners in the cots neat, or I got into bother. So what I'm going to do is first of all score along the edges because it makes it nice and firm. And you then already begin to see the box shape forming, but the corners are what really make it. And it doesn't matter what way your corners do as long as they look like corners. The way I like to do them is from point to point. You go in, you cut. You turn it, you go in. And I used to always cut it on the wrong side. Oh, I was forever doing that. So you have that kind of shape. That's a kind of good of which side is it cut? It's got to kind of look like that. I say kind of, it's there or thereabouts. Now that gives you your foldovers like so. Now before you actually glue the top of your card, if you wanted to decorate it, you can take the matching ribbon. You could put a strip down there, followed by a strip across there. You can make another bow and have it matching at the join of the 2 ribbons.
Could you put it on with double-sided tape?
Yes. You'd
Something
probably put
like
it on.
that.
You don't need as strong as that.
No,
it's
you
only
use
ribbon.
narrow stuff
You
of
can
that.
use the narrow tape would be fine. And to join them, this is where I used clear kitchen sealant. May have leaks in my kitchen, but probably because I've got that in my craft box.
Or you can use PVA glue.
PVA glue is fine. A few paper clips. And all you do is dot in the corner. You don't want a lot because when you press it over it spreads.
Squidge.
And then you just quickly pop a paper clip in. You do the same.
You're putting these in your mouth like your sewing pins.
Yes, I know. I shouldn't do that. If you're watching at home, don't do this, it's not safe. You might swallow it and have to go to A&E. I have no time to do that.
Nope. Too busy crafting.
Same at the other end. Catch it round. Pop in a paper clip. This takes, see how neatly it goes together?
Beautiful. Oh,
That's some of the stuff that's just chucked off the table has fallen over. It does make a nice corner. There's your corners in there.
and that's the lid.
That's the lid. You would remember to erase the T for top, then take the base, and the base is just done in exactly the same way. I'll been off camera just for a minute because this took time. The base was made exactly the same way as the top.
How long does it take to dry?
It takes about 5 minutes to dry, which is why I had to stop. But they were made exactly the same principle, the same way. So I'm now going to take the paper clips off. Plastic coated ones are better because they don't leave metal marks with the PVA glue. And then you take the card. I haven't got tissue paper.
Put it in the base, maybe?
Could go in the base. That would be a good place for it to go. And your box needs to be fairly firm, and sometimes needs a little bit of persuasion to go in, but it's better to be slightly tighter to go on than slack. Right. This is a completed card in the box, custom made. You open it up. You have your card inside. Now, what you do have to do is get some tissue paper, and then you put the tissue paper in to have that so it is opened up like not like a parcel, but you've got tissue around to protect it so it just doesn't slide around an empty box, whatever way you choose to pad it. But that is the finished card in the box.